Hello data warriors, I welcome you to the Racks Technologies and Power BI 365 days challenge series. So guys, there are tons of Power BI channels out there, but this one is different. My vision is to share the exact challenges which I face during my job. These are not just for theoretical learning but also for practical scenarios that real data professionals face every day. And trust me, these concepts will definitely help you on becoming a better Power BI developer. So by learning these concepts, you'll gain two major advantages. You'll solve real world problems faster at work and you'll be ready to crack Power BI interviews whether you have 0 years of experience or 10 plus. Hit the subscribe button to become confident Power BI developers. So today's interview question and real-time scenario would be to change the y-axis format, guys. Let's say here you have percentage. When I click on percentage, you are seeing 40%, 30%, 20%, 10% and 0%. And when I click on actual, 0.864 to 0.0 millions. So this is the y-axis format change, and this is a pre-sequel of our different videos which I have actually created earlier. Because first we have discussed with percentage of sales, which I already created one video, and then we have discussed dynamic measured selection. That means if my selected value is actual, so I should be displaying total sales. If my actual or percentage value would be percentage, then display percentage DAX, and percent DAX code is here. So I've created lots of videos on all these concepts, guys. Please check my previous videos. But in today's video, we are going to discuss how can we create the format of these measures. So whenever I select this percentage, we'll be displaying all the percentage values, and if you are selecting actual, we'll be displaying actual values. So for that, we need to create a dynamic format option for the DAX. So whatever the DAX we have created for this, right? Let's say act or percent select. So let me create a new page so that I'll be explaining from scratch a little bit. If you know already this, please feel free to just forward that video. But for now, dynamic format explain. So let me create a bar chart first, category, and category wise I want to get displayed a total sales and also my percent DAX, right? So if I select total sales, then percent DAX won't get selected. So I should be able to select individually, but I want as a slicer, and also have to be able to change the format of that slicer. So for that, first we'll create a slicer quickly. I've already explained about this in my previous video. Feel free to go and check. Act or percent act slash percent select v2, right? If my selected measure, it's a selected value from my slicer, right? So this is a table act slash pers value. It's my table which consists of two values, which is actual and then percentage. If it is an actual, I should be getting total sales, else percent underscore DAX. This consists of percentage of sales. Now let me pull that created measure, right? So here the chart, the category and percent underscore DAX. So instead of percent underscore DAX, we will just pull the act slash percent v2 here, and you can see 0.0123, right? So let me just drag a little bit down this one, and we'll create a slicer as well. And slicer consists of my values from the table, a small table which we already have, right? The slicer consists of actual and percentage. So let me change the slicer settings to drop down just for our viewing purpose. So now I'm selecting percentage. I can see 0.12, right? And the actual, you can see 0.02468. But what we want is dynamic format, right? When I click on percentage, I should be able to get the percentage. If I click on actual, I should be able to get the actual value. So how can you change this percentage, which is a dynamic measure, and how can you change this in y-axis format? So simple, guys. For that, we need to come to modeling view. So come to modeling view, and you can select this act slash percent select v2, because we have selected this act slash percent v2 measure into y-axis. So we are thinking to change the format of this particular measure. And hence in the modeling view, come to add/person v2 and you can see this particular DAX. And in the properties section, if you scroll down a bit, you can see the advanced option. You can see 1000 separated decimal place, percentage format. So a lot of options are there, but mainly we are interested in format options. So once you click on the drop down of format, you can see general, currency, decimal number, whole number, percentage, scientific, right? So what we want is, instead of custom, we can create dynamic as well. So once you click on dynamic, you can see something called format string, and you can see edit in DAX formula bar. So once you click on edit in DAX formula bar, your bar gets opened where you can write DAX query. So what we can write a DAX query by saying that if my selected value is actual, if my this value, right? So if the value selected measure is actual, then we'll be getting the value in millions. If my selected value is percentage, we'll be getting the value in percentage. So let's see how can we create the DAX for this. Let's say let's start with if condition here. If my selected measure from @per value is equal to actual, let me take percentage, right, first, because I'm interested in percentage. So if it is a percentage, maybe we can give it as 0.00 percentage. So this is a format string for percentage in Power BI. And else, just I want a number as it is to be displayed, because I am just viewing the millions number here. Now so if you observe here, guys, like @% select v2, so this particular format, right, so it is being taken from here, this DAX, edit in DAX formula bar we have written, right? So we have so this format is being taken from here, that means this formula is getting implied onto that measure. Now if you see percentage, if I select percent, you can see 0%, 10%, 20, 30, 40. If I select actual, 0.02468 millions. So guys, this is how we can change the format of a particular measure. So in short, today we have discussed how can we change the format of a dynamic measure. So if I select percentage, you have to be able to see 0%, 10%, 20, 30, 40 as a dynamic format. If I click on actual, the regular number should get displayed, right? So for this, we have to go to model view and click on that particular measure which is being used in my view, and click on format. Here you can see a lot of options, out of which select dynamic, and in format string, edit in formula bar, write a formula as if selected value is percentage, then give percentage format dynamically 0.00%, else 0.00%, which is a regular number. So this is a very important use case in your real-time scenario interview question, guys. And if you want to see how you created the total measure, how can we create this dynamic format, right, and how to see the sales of percentage, so all these videos have already created in my previous videos. Feel free to watch them, and feel free to subscribe to Rax Technologies. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.